Good morning, world. I am Judy, your web-based therapist, making therapy accessible and convenient for our clients in Florida and New York, and of course, sharing information worldwide. Today, I want to talk about 5 tips for healing after tragedy. In a different video, I talk about helping children heal, but sometimes, even as adults, we also need to make sure that we're remembering to take time for our own healing. Especially after these last few weeks that we've had, I think we could all use a little bit of healing time. So that's why today we're talking about 5 tips for helping people heal after a tragedy. But before I get into that, I want to take a quick moment and say, if you are subscribed, thank you so much for being a part of our awesome world. If you're not yet subscribed, please take a moment and click the subscribe button below so you can join all this awesomeness. And remember to tick the bell so you are notified when I post new videos so you don't miss anything. And of course, if you'd like to purchase 1 or 3 of my books, there's also a link below that will take you to a site that shows you all your different options of where you could get 1 or 3 of my books. Okay, let me get back to it. First is something that I have talked about in so many different times. Stop reliving the event. The news needs to continue to push this out because it helps with their ratings. That you have all these other junior newscasters who on your social media feed who believe that it is their responsibility to push out the latest or the 50th article that has been written about the same event. But we keep forgetting that we are re-traumatizing every time we take this in again. Stop reliving the event. Stop reading about it. Stop talking about it. Stop pretty much making it your whole life. Stop focusing on your whole existence around this one bad event. It's not dishonoring the people that were hurt. It's not dishonoring the people who lost their lives. It's not dishonoring the families that are suffering. Yes, there are things that we can still do to engage with and help the families and people who are hurt or who were most impacted or more closely impacted by the event. But that does not mean that you have to be reliving it 24/7. You reliving it and being re-traumatized 24/7 does not help anyone other than the media outlets' ratings. So stop reliving the event. Just give yourself a break from it. Give yourself an opportunity to not be, every time you read another article, every time you watch another episode or another coverage break, I don't know what they call it, but every time you watch another snippet of it, you're taking it in again and you're re-traumatizing. So stop it. 2, acknowledge and address your emotions. It's in our society, it's the thing to say, no, I'm good. I got this. I'm moved on. Oh, this happens all the time. Even if this happens all the time, which unfortunately it feels that way, we still have a reaction to it. We still have an emotional pull. It still hurts. It still sucks. It's still infuriating. It just brings out all sorts of different emotions. And it's important that we don't that we're not so focused on trying to be good or trying to move on, trying to whatever the word of the day is, that we actually take the time and realize that it's okay to feel whatever we feel. It's okay to have whatever that emotion is that we have. If you're angry, it's okay to be angry. If you're sad, it's okay to be sad. I think it was last week after Uvalde, I remember talking to a couple friends and one of them said, you know what? I cried all day. And that's fine. It's when people start trying to, hey, you know what? I'm gonna be, no, don't be strong. This is the last place you need to be strong. When things are happening that are hurting, let it deal with the hurt. Don't try to be strong. Don't try to be extra. I move forward. This doesn't bother me anymore. It does. And it's okay. It bothers us. We're hurt. We're angry. We have emotions that we can't even put into words. And that's okay. Feel those emotions so that we can address them, acknowledge them, and address them. Don't ignore them. Don't try to push them. Don't try to shove them down. And yes, there are other people who were more severely impacted who are probably hurting more than you are. But guess what? My paper cut will always hurt me more than your broken leg. Just because other people are hurting does not mean that you can't hurt. Just because other people were more severely impacted than you were does not mean that you were not impacted. There are a lot of reasons, a lot of situations that can cause, especially these major tragedies, to trigger. So, because we know that that is a thing, take the time and deal with it. It doesn't matter that you were not there. It doesn't matter that you didn't have a child there. It matters that at the moment when you heard it, when you saw this, it hurt. And because of that, you need to take the time to deal with that hurt. You need to take the time to deal with that anger. Because when you shove it or you push it aside, it just stays there until it blows up eventually at the wrong time, always at the wrong time. 3, balance with life-affirming activities. When these things are happening, there's so much a focus on the tragedy. There's so much a focus on the pain, the hurt, all these things that are happening. It's important that we are also making time to balance all that pain, all that, whatever that negative emotion is, with life-affirming activities. We need more than even, especially in hard times, we need to be reminded that there are still good things in life. We need to be engaging in life-affirming activities, because in that moment when we are taking in so much negativity, the life-affirming activities are what balance it out. That's what help with reducing the pressure, reducing the stress, reducing the that we're taking in. Making sure that we are taking time to engage in life-affirming activities is critical, because we are processing and living and adjusting and experiencing so much difficulty. So make sure that you're creating that balance with life-affirming activities. Even, yes, other people are hurting, but just because people are hurting does not mean that you can't experience some joy in your life, because we need it. 4, give yourself time to heal. In our type of society of hustle and bustle, it happened, we move on, let's be quick, let's rush through it. And healing, there is no way to efficiently heal. Give yourself time to heal. This is not the time to be efficient. This is not a time to be the Speedy Gonzalez. This is the time to take the time and let your body, let your brain, let yourself, let your human heal. This means that it may happen that after a specific event, after a tragic experience, that you need a day to just cry, or you need a day to just go play ball with your kids, or go play whatever. You know what? Get one of those big bubble things and blow bubbles. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Give yourself time to heal. If you need to cry, cry. If you need to talk, talk. If you need to go outside and play, go out inside and play. I don't care if you're 50, but whatever it is that you need to do, make sure you give yourself time to heal. Because when you don't, all that negative energy, all that pain is walking with you. You're carrying that with you. And like I said, it always explodes at the wrong time. Just because you figured, I'm going to soldier on and I'm going to go work and I'm going to be the most efficient person there ever was, doesn't mean that your body is not still hurting from the experience. Doesn't mean that your brain is not still hurting from that experience. Give yourself the time, give yourself the space, give yourself the human right, or the human ability, the human need to heal. 5, focus your energy on what you want. A lot of times these things can elicit such great emotions. These things can bring out such strong emotions and such strong energy. It's a good time to help shift that energy into what it is that we want more. So when you're angry, anger is one of the most powerful and emotions that we experience. Anger can motivate you. If you're angry enough, there's you can do stuff. Work on channeling that energy that you're experiencing towards something that you want. If it is something that is happening in your community, okay, how can you channel that anger into something positive? If it is something that is happening in your life personally, how can you harness all that energy, that whatever energy that you're feeling, how can you harness that into something more productive that you want? Yes, you're going definitely you need to take your time and heal. But even as you go through the healing process, you have this energy. It's important to take the time and harness that instead of you a lot of times people will be angry and we take our anger and like, okay, let me figure out how to hurt someone else. Instead of figuring out how to hurt someone else, figure out how to help someone else. Figure out how to do something that is going to make a difference for you, that is going to make a difference for a situation in your community, that is going to make a positive difference. So whatever energy you have, focus your energy on what you want. Focus your energy on getting things the way it is, the way you would like it to be. Quick recap. 1, stop reliving the event. Turn off the TV, turn off the I don't know, can you turn off the internet? Turn off the TV and get off news sites or shut out the internet so that you're not consistently being bombarded with news coverage and more information about the event and reliving it every 5 minutes. 2, acknowledge and address your emotions, whatever they are, whether it's anger or hurt, whatever it is. Take the time and acknowledge how you feel and address how you feel. Don't try to shove it under a rug because it's going to be there, it's going to stick around, and it's going to blow up at the wrong time. Balance with life-affirming activities, because as you're taking in all this negativity, all this pain, all this hurt, it's important that you're balancing that out with some positive things to remind you that even though this awful thing happened, life is still good. There are still good things. There are still good people. There are still good experiences in life. Give yourself time to heal because your body, your brain, your human needs that. Take the time to heal. If it's a day, whatever activity you need to do to help you heal, take the time and do that. And finally, focus your energy on what you want. Instead of sitting there with that energy, take it and harness that energy into something that could make a difference, either for you or someone else, but make a difference in a positive way. Turning that energy into something that you would like to see happen. As always, if you or someone you know happens to be going through something that's more than you can handle, please remember that there are professionals like myself who are available, able, and willing to help, and are even providing remote services who can assist with whatever you may have going on. So please figure out who those people are in your community so that if you need them, you can reach out and get the help that you need. And that is all we have for today. Good morning, world. Have an awesome day.